Satnam! Happy Mother Earth Day!
Satnam, hello. My name is Ravi Harkar. I am part of the Community Sustainability Project here at Hacienda de Guru Ramdas. And this is a project that we started about 3 years ago because we felt that there was a need to work together to create a consciousness about sustainability. Here, corn and beans and squash. The corn, beans, and squash is something that the Native Americans in this area call the Three Sisters. And the corn, you plant the corn first, then you plant beans that will grow up the corn stalk, and then you plant squash that will shade the roots of the corn and the beans. So they work together wonderfully. So our group meets here, we're a working group. When we're not meeting and planning, we're out here working the field once or twice a week. We're using drip irrigation this time for the very first time. We were using irrigation from our acequia. We were flooding the fields from our acequia, our irrigation ditch nearby. But again, in the interest of sustainability and preserving water in our dry New Mexico landscape, we're using drip irrigation this year. So we're just out here grateful and thankful for all of those who contribute to this project and make it possible for us to store our food, hopefully store our food in the near future. We are focusing on crops that can be stored, like root crops and grains. So the corn that we grow will be a dry grain that we'll be able to grind. And we're hoping to be able to sustain ourselves through the winter and beyond, and to feed not only our ashram community, but the larger community, anybody who comes here to the Mother Ashram and wants to partake of langar. So blessings upon all of those who send us your prayers and energy or come work here with us. God bless you all. Satnam.
Hi, Satnam. I'm Siri Davis Singh with the Community Garden Project here at House of Guru Ramdas. And I actually first came here in 1972, and the ashram in this property was still new at that time. It had just moved up from Santa Fe. And in the few months it had been here, it already had a really large garden with carrots and beets and lots of other vegetables, lots of greens. And we also had a restaurant at that time, and I remember when I first got here, I was just visiting. We actually, in the morning, would come out here really early, and it was cold out. There was actually still snow, or frost at least, on the field, and we would pick carrots in the cold, and then we would actually drive into Santa Fe at our restaurant and juice them, and have fresh carrots and for salads and juices.
Hello, my name is Guru Jivan Khalsa. I am working here in Khalsa Greenhouses. We have approximately 8,200 square feet of greenhouse space that we've been working in for about 3 years now. And it came from just the starting of wanting to get involved with farming and growing our own foods on a personal level, and then on a home level and a community level. And we've learned so much and enjoyed so much what we do. A lot of our produce goes into the farmers markets. It also goes into our local kitchens and some of the local homes in the area. And my hope for this Earth Day celebration is that more of you will get involved in local communities with farming, buying local, growing your own local foods, participating in farmers markets. It's the best way to assure ourselves of a healthy, continued planet and the foods that we eat. And even if you know little or nothing, there's always volunteer programs, there's always intern programs, and there's always getting out there and getting to it and do it, whether it's in the greenhouses or in your gardens or in fields. So good luck everybody in this next year of growing and participating in Earth Day. Thank you.
Sanam, I'm Mehtab Singh, and I'm facilitating our community group that is working on emergency preparedness. And I think, like many people, I'd been thinking about the need for myself personally to be more prepared, and I was surprised that the community wasn't talking about it more and thinking about it. But then this winter we had this incident in which the heat went out to northern New Mexico and the rest of New Mexico, and following that, people spontaneously got together immediately in the middle of that, and we really all expressed those same concerns that I'd been feeling, and when we grouped together and began working on defining how we will respond to an emergency. We originally determined some key areas that we wanted to work on, including food security and preparedness with food, how we would manage without electricity, without water, how we would communicate. And there were a variety of other topics that we still have to work on and develop some plans around. But then we researched some and came up with some initial ideas and met with the community, had an event with the community in which we shared these things, and it was very well received, and we're just continuing on, beginning to think about what we will do to prepare for our food security and how we'll communicate and what our emergency plan will be the next time that the heat goes out for 2 days, or maybe the whole western United States electrical grid goes down for 2 weeks. All of these different scenarios could happen, and just put some energy into being prepared to mitigate those hardships.
Salam again. My name is Satdar Shankar, and I live in Espanola, New Mexico, and I'm going to speak to you about bees. My family and I bought 3 pounds of bees and a beehive, and we are going to learn how to tend to the queen bee and all her bees. For me, this is really important because it's my gift back to Mother Earth for Mother Earth Day, and it's my way to participate and show my love and respect for our Earth and for Mother Earth. I started seeing articles around about bees disappearing, and I read that it was from the effects of pesticides. From my research, I found that in Europe, specific pesticides were banned. However, in America, we still use those pesticides. So this is my way to provide a home for the bees where they are not surrounded in pesticides. And bees are really important because they pollinate flowering plants, which provides our food. They are a very vital element in our food supply, and they provide honey too, and I like honey in my yogi tea. In North America, there's about 240,000 flowering plants that depend on bees and other pollinators like birds and insects. So my family and I are starting our beehive and tending to the bees to show our love and respect, and this is our way to give back and support Mother Earth. Sat Nam.
must be reads. So we never made a final decision from our discussion.
Right. Well,
I think if we did, we would do it. We should do it this way. You know, like a 10 by 10. You know.
well, they say in blocks is better than in.
How's it going?
So that's why I was thinking, you know, just 5 rows.
Going your way?
I think that the last I remember, Rudy was proposing that on the drip line, we can put one here, one here, one here, so we can kind of build a block with less space, with less rows. Anyway,
Oh,
I think it's
I
next
see what
time.
you mean. Yeah. Yeah.